Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I've got a doozy of a challenge, so much so that I actually wrote up a bunch of notes and drew a rough outline, very rough outline of what I'm going to be doing. So a couple buddies of mine made a podcast, a D&D podcast. It's called Playing Junkies, if you guys want to check that out on Spotify or wherever else you find podcasts, I don't know. And I've been challenged to make some of the characters. I'm gonna do one. If you guys like it, I will do some more. But yeah, so this guy's name is Edric. I'm gonna read from this. I don't want to get it wrong. Edric Ebmara. I think I'm saying it right. So he's a human. He's 5'9". I wrote down a bunch of different things about him. I'll tell you about that as I go. Yeah. This might be a bit of a longer video, just forewarning. Yeah, let's just dive into it. I'm gonna start off with his pants, because out of everything, I think pants are gonna be the most straightforward. He didn't give me, I don't have a lot of colors necessarily, so I'm just gonna kind of make it up as I go. I have a few colors solidified that are definitely there, but most of them are just kind of whatever I want, artistic liberties. So let's start with the pants. I'm gonna make the pants dark green. Actually, you know what? Let's do light green. Just basic pants. The helicopter. All right. So. There's the pants. Now, having listened to the podcast, I have an idea of what he looks like from my imagination. That combined with the very detailed description, in some regards, and in some regards a very loose description of what he looks like, hopefully this will turn out well. So green pants. For his shirt, I'm going to use green and gray, I think. I picture him as a little bit slightly heavy set, and he is Russian apparently, which if you listen to the podcast you can definitely hear that. So let's get some gray. One of the notes that I do have is that his clothes are not well kept, so maybe a little bit tattered, a little bit old and dirty. So I'm actually going to do gray with like some green patchwork. I think that'll look cool. Ooh. I'm going to do this. So there's like the shoulder.
Hey guys, so at this point I had to speed up the video because it was going to be half an hour long. And I don't expect anybody to sit through half an hour of this. So I decided to go ahead and speed it up. Anyways, so what I started doing was building the upper torso. I decided he should have slightly broad shoulders. So I went ahead and did that. I decided to swap back and forth between the gray and the green to make it look more patchwork. I also decided that he should be slightly heavy set, just slightly. So I went ahead and did that. At that point, I needed to add in his belt, which, according to the description, has multiple pouches to hold potions and other gizmos and gadgets. So I decided to add that in, a couple pouches, which I will come back to later. Then onto the head. So for the head, I used a beanie style head. In the description, it said that his beard was Russian style. I don't know about you, but when I think of Russian style beard, I think nice big and bushy beard. So that is what I decided to go ahead and do. A nice big bushy beard, slightly unkept. He seems like that type of guy. And I decided to also give him a little bit messy hair, short but slightly unkept. as you see right here. Anyways, onto the face. Get a couple eyes, a couple eyebrows. It was kind of interesting to make.
Accentuate the cut a little bit. And yeah, I like that. It did say that he has a few scars on his face, so let's add some scars. Just a little bit. Alright, enough with his face. Time to move on. There's a lot more to get to. Alright, so there's his face. That part of his body. His legs, his shoes. Oh boy. Here we go. So his shoes are described as Inspector Gadget style shoes. So they, where did I put that? Are used to cast spells. They have rocket-propelled roller skates in them, and they can be used to help them jump. So, in order to do that, I have devised a idea to make it look like it has all that in there, but ready for walking. I just hope it works. So first, I have to make the normal shoe. I'll use gray for the top of the shoe, then some silver to create some of the extra stuff, and we'll see how this goes. I feel like in order to have all of that in the shoes are probably going to be a little bit taller than the average shoe. So normally I make a shoe like that. But for this shoe, got to go further. So I'm going to do that. Add a little height there. He's already, what was it, 5'9". I feel like with the shoes on, add a few more inches would make him maybe like 5'11", maybe 6 foot even. I do wonder how many people would notice how odd his shoes look, because you've got to be able to notice the shoes. I mean, with something like that going on, you've got to be like, wait a second, something going on with your shoes? They look a little like we got a little something extra there. We got a little something going on here with the shoes. I think, like that. And how that go around. There we go. I like that. So it's like a shoe, then a second shoe on the bottom almost, and that has all the gadgetry inside of there. I like it. I'm gonna go with it. All right, there's one shoe, now to get to the other shoe. I'm gonna hurry up and get through this because there's still so many more things to get to. I might have to skip some of it, but got a lot of really cool features about him, so excited to get to them. I don't want to skip out on too many of them. Alrighty, we got his fancy dancy shoes. Alright, what's next? We need to get like some potions around his belt here. So, let's get some blue, a couple of blue potions. Blue's a common color for potions, right? Everybody has a blue potion. You even have do you have a blue potion? I don't. But I've got a little behind time. Give that for a second. There's one potion. Stick that in its belt. There you go. Yeah, that works very nicely. Okay, second blue one. You gotta have a green potion, I feel like. So we will also be doing a green. Let's do a really big. So you got like the thin potions, and you want to go on the round one. That's what I'm gonna do here. Big one. There we go. We got that guy. Hopefully it'll fit. I have to put that one on the side. I think that one's a little bigger. Oh. Yeah. All right, we got a few potions. But you know what? Just gonna have a little bit of fun with this guy. Just put toxic on there. Just a little reminder. I feel like I should make some mayonnaise for him, or as he would say, mayonnaise. You'll have to listen to the podcast to understand what that's about.
At this point, I have to speed it up some more. And I'm going to take a second to tell you, if you want to listen to the podcast that this character comes from, it is called Playing Junkies. You can check it out on Spotify. I personally think it's fantastic. I highly recommend it. And I will have a link for you down below. So check that out. And back to the video.
Now, the next part I'm pretty excited to do. He's got a spider that sits on his shoulder. It's a mechanical spider. It's made of brass, has silver gears, black hydraulics and actuators. It has a ruby on the belly. I'm very curious about what the ruby on the belly is about, but let's get some black. And I'm not gonna make the spider quite how he described it, just because I don't really have a brass color. I suppose I could use some gold. I'm just gonna have some fun with it. I'm gonna use this like golden, metallic gold for the body of the spider. Then I'm just gonna use black as the legs. Let's see. Don't want to get too big on this because the spider can't be bigger than him. Get rid of that. Now for the legs, I'm actually just gonna puff and plate these. Actually, let me split that in half. So it looks like I got 2 legs, but really I got 4 legs. So I'm gonna shove that in here, and it's gonna split in half. And just because this is a super long video already, I'm just gonna stick with 4 legs, and it's a mechanical spider, so it doesn't have to be completely accurate. The spider goes on his shoulder, which I think I can get real fast. There we go. I think that's all the detail I'm gonna add, because there's so much more detail that I could add to this that he's giving me to work with. But this is already a super long video. I don't know why you guys are still here. Thank you for staying though. So here we go. He's got a shield, got the beard, got his potions, got his spider, got his Spectre Gadget shoes. Yeah, quite interesting. If you guys want to learn more about this character, just listen to Playing Junkies, and he's the Russian. He's the Russian. You'll hear him right away. He's the one with the mayonnaise. Anyways, if you like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you guys for sticking around, and I'll see you next week.